Morning students, this is Parvati working as a physics teacher in Oxford High School, Uppugunduru. In previous class we have learnt how to draw the ray diagrams for a given lens, that is a convex lens or concave lens, whatever it is. How to draw the ray diagrams for a given convex lens. There are 6 ray diagrams for convex lens and only 2 diagrams for concave lens. Convex lens is also called as converging lens and concave lens is also called as diverging lens. Okay, Namma? In this session, I have to explain how to find out the focal length of a lens and how can you prove it. The focal length of a lens is always depends on the surrounding medium, or how can you prove it. The focal length of a lens is increased when it is kept in water. In this session, we are going to discuss the first one is how to find out the focal length of a lens experimentally. And the second activity is how can you prove it. The focal length of a lens is always depends upon the surrounding medium, or the focal length of a lens is increases when it is kept in water. See the first activity, Amma. The first activity is how to find out the focal length of a lens experimentally. How to find out the focal length of a convex lens experimentally. What are the materials required for doing this experiment? The materials are convex lens, V-stand, screen, meter scale, candle. Convex lens, V-stand, screen, meter scale, candle. Now in this one, the candle should be act as a object and the screen should be act as the image. Candle should be act as a screen, object and the screen should be act as a image. The main importance, the main advantage of the screen is to capture the image. See, Amma, here by using the meter scale, we can note the values on the table. Okay, now the values are the measured in centimeters. First we have to take the table, and next one by using a meter scale, we can mark the values. That values is in centimeters. Okay, now mark the values from 0 to 60 centimeters. And then we have to take the candle, light a candle. That candle is placed on the one side of the table. Okay, Nama, this is for candle. Light a candle. That candle is placed on the one side of the table. Candle should be act as an object. And then take the screen. That screen is kept on another side of the table. This is for act as a screen. Amma. Okay, now first one, take the meter scale. By using the meter scale, we can mark the values from 0 to 60 or 0 to 80 or 0 to 100 centimeters, whatever it is. Okay, now that values should be marked on the table. And then light a candle. That candle is placed on one side of the table. And next one, place a screen. That screen is placed on the other side of the table. Amma. And next one, take a V-stand. That V-stand is placed in between candle and screen. Take a V-stand. That V-stand is kept in between candle and screen. Amma. And next one, place a convex lens on V-stand. Now convex lens is always forms virtual image as well as real image. Both images can be formed by using a convex lens. That's why in this experiment we have to take convex lens. Here take a V-stand. That V-stand is kept in between candle and screen. After that take a convex lens. That convex lens is placed on the V-stand. First of all, we have to take the candle. That candle is placed at a distance of 60 centimeters from the convex lens. First, we have to take a candle. That candle, light a candle. That candle is placed at a distance of 60 centimeters from the convex lens. Okay, now here the distance from candle to convex lens should be act as a object distance. Object distance is always represented by the letter small u. Okay, now and then we have to find out where will the image should be formed. By using the screen, if the screen is moving towards the convex lens or away from the convex lens until we get a clear image on the screen. Okay, Rama? By using a screen, if the screen is moved towards the convex lens or away from the convex lens until we get a clear image. What is the main importance of the screen? The screen is always used to capture the image. Okay, Rama? If the screen is moved towards the convex lens or away from the convex lens, so we can get the clear image on the screen. If a candle is placed at a distance of 60 cm from the convex lens, where will the image should be formed? In this one, here the image should be formed on the screen. The image should be formed in the screen is an inverted image. Is an inverted image. Any image that can be captured on the screen, that image should be called as a inverted image. Okay, Nama? We observed the image on the screen. We observed the clear image on the screen. After that, we have to find out the distance from convex lens to screen, Amma. We have to find out the distance from convex lens to screen. That distance should be called as image distance. That distance should be called as image distance, and image distance is represented by the letter small b. Okay, now note these values for the given tabular form. Look at the board here. Write the tabular form, serial number, object to distance, and next image distance. Object to distance and next image distance. Okay, now see the first case. If an object is placed at a distance of 60 centimeters, find out the image distance. Okay, now after that, if an object is placed at a distance of 50 centimeters, where will the image should be found? Find out the image distance. After that, if an object is placed at a distance of 40 centimeters, then also find out the image distance. Okay, now Amma. And next one, if an object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeters, and also find out the image distance. In all these cases, we can observe the image distance and object distance. By using image distance and object distance, we can find out the focal length of a convex lens. What is the formula to find out the focal length of a convex lens? The formula is 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. By using this formula, we can easily find out the focal length of a given convex lens. Once again, I will explain. Here, this is the experiment. These are the required materials. The procedure is here, light a candle. That candle is placed on one side of the table. And next one, take a screen. That screen is placed on other side of the table. And next, in between these two, place a convex lens and place a convex lens on V stand that is kept in between the screen and candle. If a candle is placed at a distance of 60 centimeters, then find out where will the image should be formed. That gives the image distance. At the same time, same procedure is repeated for the remaining values. Here, if a candle is placed at a distance of 50 centimeters, then find out the image distance. Candle is placed at a distance of 40 centimeters, then find out the image distance. These are all object distance, image distance is a substitute in this formula. We can easily find out the focal length of a given convex lens. Okay, Nama? See the next activity. Amma. That activity is, how can you prove it? The focal length of a lens depends on the surrounding medium. The focal length of a lens depends upon the surrounding medium, or the focal length of a lens surrounding medium. The focal length of a lens increases when it is kept in water. Focal length increases when it is kept in water. Okay, now Amma, to prove that, how can you prove it? The focal length of a lens is always depends on the surrounding medium. And next one, the focal length of a lens is increases when it is kept in water. What are the materials required for doing this experiment? What are the materials? Materials is convex lens. Convex lens of a known focal length. Already in the above experiment, we find out the focal length of a lens. That value should be used in this experiment. Here convex lens, circular lens holder, black stone, and next water, and next one cylindrical vessel. See Amma, here these are the required materials for doing this experiment. The first one is convex lens, and the second one is the circular lens holder, and the third one is black stone, and fourth one is water, and the fifth one is cylindrical vessel. Okay, Rama? First one we have to take the cylindrical vessel. This is for the cylindrical vessel, and next one here the height of the vessel is greater than the focal length of a given convex lens. Okay, Rama? This is for the cylindrical vessel. The height of the cylindrical vessel is always greater than the focal length of a convex lens. That means the height of cylindrical vessel is always equal to the 4 times of the focal length of a given lens. 4 times of the focal length of a given lens. Now this is very important one. In the examination point of view, 4 marks question should be given. Okay, now here the height of the cylindrical vessel is always greater than the focal length of a convex lens, such that the height h is equal to 4 times of the focal length. And next one, keep a black stone at its bottom. Keep a black stone at its bottom of the vessel. This is for black stone. Keep a black stone that is placed at the bottom of its vessel, and this transparent vessel is filled with up to height of the vessel. This transparent vessel is filled with water. This transparent vessel is filled with water. And next one, dip a lens horizontally by using a circular lens holder. Okay. After that, dip a lens by using a circular lens holder. Here, circular lens holder. This is for the circular lens holder, Amma. By using this one, we have to dip the lens in water horizontally with the help of circular lens holder. Circular lens holder. Masira, here these are the required procedure for doing this experiment. First one, we have to take the cylindrical vessel. The height of the vessel is always greater than the focal length of a lens. That means the height of the vessel is equal to the 4 times of the focal length of a given convex lens. Okay, now Amma. And next one, keep a black stone at the bottom of its vessel. After that, pour the water into the vessel up to a certain height. That height of the water level is greater than the focal length of a lens. After that, dip a lens horizontally by using a circular lens holder. This is for lens holder, Amma. Circular lens holder. After that, we have to set the distance between lens and stone. Now this is for stone. This is for stone, Amma. Here, set a distance between the lens and stone. That distance is less than or equal to the focal length of the lens. Now listen carefully. In the first case, the height of the cylindrical vessel is greater than the focal length of lens. After that, set the distance between the lens and black stone. That means these two distances. The distance between these two is always equal to focal length of lens or less than the focal length of the lens. Okay, Namma, is always equal to focal length of the lens or is always less than the focal length of a lens. Then only we can clearly observe the image of the stone through this lens. Okay, Namma, then only we can observe the image of the stone through this lens. Otherwise, we can't see the image of the stone. We can't see the image of the stone. Here, we set the distance between the lens and the stone, which is equal to focal length or less than the focal length. Then only we can easily identify, we can easily see the image of the stone. Okay, Rama? For example, if the stone is raised certain height, if the stone is raised certain height, that means, if the lens is raised certain height, that is greater than the focal length of a lens, that time also we can clearly see the image of the stone. But if the lens is raised further, we cannot see the image of the stone. Okay, Nama? We cannot see the image of the stone. Now remember these one here. If the focal length of set the distance between the lens and the black stone is equal to focal length of a lens or less than the focal length of a lens, we can clearly see the image of the stone. Okay, Nama? If by using a lens holder, if the distance between the lens and the stone is greater than the focal length, that time also we can see the image of the stone. But if the distance between these two is very greater, that means we can't see the image of the stone through this lens. Okay, na? That means here the focal length of a lens is always depends upon the surrounding medium, and the focal length of a lens is increases when it is kept in water. When it is kept in water. Okay, Nama? Look at the board. Here once again I will explain. In this experiment, by using this experiment, we have to find out where we have to prove it. The focal length of a lens is always depends upon the surrounding medium. Okay, na? And next one, what are the materials required is convex lens, circular lens holder, black stone, water and cylindrical vessel. What are the procedure? The first one is take a cylindrical vessel. That means the height of the cylindrical vessel is always greater than the focal length of a lens. That is 4 times of the focal length of a lens. And next one, keep a black stone at the bottom of its vessel. After that, pour the water into the vessel up to a certain height. That height is always greater than the focal length of a lens. And next one, now dip the lens by using a circular lens holder horizontally into that vessel. After that, set the distance between the lens and the black stone. We can easily see the image of the stone through this length. Okay, na? After that, we have to raise the certain height of the lens. At that time also, we can see the image of the stone. But if the lens is raised further, we can't see the image of the distance, image of the stone. That means, if the lens is placed in water, the focal length of a lens is increases. And also, the focal length of a lens is always depends on the surrounding medium. Okay, Namma? Okay? Overall, in this session, we learned how to find out the focal length of a lens and how to prove it. The focal length of a lens is always depends upon the surrounding medium.